It's the NFL on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Barons and the Raiders. And it's coming up next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with their opponents. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play, and they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for Brooklyn, our visitors, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4. First 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Raiders set to go to work behind their veteran quarterback, and that's Derek Carr.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Here's Carr. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU at Zach Wilson.
And what he's thinking about right now is first down, let's find a way to make a big play. Because when you get a sudden change situation, that defense has to rush onto the field unexpectedly. You might catch them having a defensive breakdown or not quite prepared.
And it was really sudden after the first play picked off. 7 yards to pick up there. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 2nd down now, it's Carter. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Now it's Wilson. And it's caught. Touchdown. Devontae Adams. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Barons are on the board first here in Vegas. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Point after here coming up. And it's good to make it 7-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Derek Carr and the Raiders set for their next possession. And he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. 1 play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, We have a good number of coaches who don't look at time of possession the way that the old school guys did. But there's still a place for it. And I think that on this drive, after having thrown that interception, they're going to want to eat up a little bit more clock and run some offense and give their defense a little bit of a break.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
To throw again on second down, Carr. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy set the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Running it with Jacobs. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Throwing now is Carr. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he is going to have the Raiders' first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. He'll get it to the 40. He broke a tackle there but couldn't get much further. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Well, that was big right there because they're the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jacobs. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Carr. 9 yards is the loss on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Now Carr. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. And most people think of Derek Carr kind of as a guy who excels throwing the short pass, but he can dial it up when need be.
And you think on third down, they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
And that one covering an even 63 yards in the air. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Now as they kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On first down, right back to Carter. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of carries, 114 yards.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
From the 41, Wilson. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 38. To throw is Wilson. He'll take a shot for Davis to the end zone. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Wilson. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 20-yard line.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
On 1st down, Carter. And he stopped immediately there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll run with Carter. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
They'll run with Carter. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Wilson. He'll dump this off to Carter, complete. No gain on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick here is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Keep doing this.
And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
Throw to the flat for Carter. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Here's a give to Carter. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Here's Wilson. They'll set up the screen to Carter. Touchdown! Michael Carter, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Barons are able to widen their advantage. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Now for the point after. It's good to make it 17-7. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw again on second down. Carr. That's complete. It's Collins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
After 1, 17-7 is our score. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here. The Raiders on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive maybe. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Now it's Wilson.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a real...
And the Raiders have got him. Jadeveon Clowney make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? We usually talk about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took him to the limits.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This one caught by Crowder. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Back deep, Deontay Harris. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here? After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On play action, now Carr. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. This is roughing the passer. Defense.
Well, instead of 4th down after the incompletion, it'll be 1st down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. The Raiders on 3rd down. They have been superb, 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Shotgun now for Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Carr now on 1st down. Incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
On 2nd and 10. Carr. Throw left side, taken in by Renfro. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. About 3 yards there to the 27.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on third down.
On now is the field goal team. Here's the Raiders. We'll try for 3. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. McCann's kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down. Another run on second down with Carter. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. Carter with it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. On 1st and 10, it's Carter. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Maurice Hurst able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and a mile. Here's Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Braden Mann now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Second and 9 now from the 21. To throw, it's Carr. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Harris. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run it with Jacobs. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field.
We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's Jacobs. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Carr going to throw. Able to push his way through. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches.
And now Waller going to have a chance to run this.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs.
And he'll only get a couple here, and that'll bring up 4th down, and they'll have time to talk things over as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Throwing now is Carr. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal.
The Raiders
Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. They'll run with Jacobs. And Jacobs, I don't think is going to get there, no. It appears they're going to mark him short of the first. And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. They go with Jacobs. And I don't think he got in. He didn't. He stoned at the 1-yard line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the ball will go over on the goal line stand. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll start on the ground, Carter. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Another run on 2nd down with Carter. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So their move is to decline that so they don't get another 2nd down. It'll be 3rd.
So that has to tell us that they're pretty confident in their 3rd down defense, right?
Absolutely.
Whether it's a sub package, a nickel package, whatever they want to run out there, they feel like they can defend here on 3rd down. But they've certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Trevor Lawrence, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. From there, we're off to check out another game, and it was the visiting LA Rams who get the victory in that one. Cam Akers, a touchdown run in the victory. And lastly, Monday Night Football has a good one lined up between the New Orleans Saints and the Dallas Cowboys. We'll move on now to check out the next-gen stats in that first half for our home team. And they've had some success on the ground. And with the lead going into the second half, they'll no doubt be looking to keep it going. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, we take a look there at the numbers for them running the football in that first half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. Now Wilson on first down. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Wilson's throw going to be caught by Davis.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. On first down, it's Carter. Stiff-armed him. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 78 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
On first down, right back to Carter. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. On second down, a run with Carter. Shoves him away. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now it's Wilson. Throw right side complete to Carter. That catch good for only a couple. 8 yards to go on second down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Going for it, it's Carter. And trying to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
Dorian O'Daniel, 3rd-round pick in 2018, made the tackle. 2nd down at 5. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Here's the Raiders punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. A 40-yard punt, no return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2. Alert for anything out there. Watching for trouble on the road. And making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
Let's go.
And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. And he'll look for Adams again, and this time he's got him. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. From the shotgun, Wilson. Airing one out for Crowder. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's David Arnett picking it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Yeah, they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
A gain of 6 there on first. From the 41, Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Carter. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. And the Raiders have got him. Cleveland Farrell drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Carr now to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Raiders pick it up, taking it right down Broadway. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. But that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You force the...
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Another run on 2nd down with Carter. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just lob one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
They bring their punter out there now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the 2nd half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Carr. It's brought in by Harris. Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble. And this is picked up by the defense. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Let's go.
So that challenge, a successful one. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 120 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. This is the tight end, Njoku. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. Throwing again on second down, Wilson. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 21.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. So potentially a turning point here in the third quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines, tackle him, second guy in, tackle the ball.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep him warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
On first and 10, here's Carr. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Third quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a second and 10. Now Carr. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Sheldon Rankins. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. Lets this go for Renfro downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Las Vegas sending out their punter now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night.
41-yard punt there with no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now Carter to start the drive.
And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. It's caught by Davis. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. Right back to Davis. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 41. Now it's Wilson. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson. This one caught by Crowder. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Wilson. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators? They say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job. But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is Harris. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Carr now on 1st down. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. And his throw is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike 53.
To throw, it's Carr. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Here's the Raiders punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. And a huge play that time.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
On first down, Wilson. Slant to Adams. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
First and goal, the 9-yard line.
Throwing is Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
Second down and goal. Wilson. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. Wilson. He'll drop this underneath to Carter. Touchdown! Michael Carter, his second touchdown of the night. And the Barons are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. A 15-point game now. You make the extra point, and that means on the other side you need 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions. That's a pretty tall order here in the fourth quarter.
Agreed, because they really needed to come up with a stop there, and even if it was just to hold them to a field goal. Now they need to pull out the lucky horseshoe because they've got to get an onside kick, and we've seen nowadays those are incredibly difficult to come by.
And not to mention they got to get the touchdown and a 2-point conversion first. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
But they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a 2-point conversion because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before he gets to the end zone.
We talk about offensive units putting in more 2-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, do you do the same?
Absolutely. You have to, because you never know how aggressive these offenses are going to be in games nowadays.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Derek Carr getting set and ready to go again on offense here. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. He will push his way down to about the 14. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Another tote for Carter. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 129 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Third and 2. Now Wilson. A throw to the flat for Carter. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Here's Wilson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Raiders are right back in this football game. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, a 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Derek Carr getting ready to go again on offense. With his guys trailing here in the 4th, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near-perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Carl Lawson has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Impressive individual effort there. No one was going to stop him around the edge.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's why if you play in a 4-3 base and you're a defensive end, that's why you get the big bucks. They count on you to do everything. Defend the run and, of course, get to the quarterback.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Carr going to throw. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And this defense continues to dominate. How about 2 safeties in one game here?
You don't even put that on your goal sheet. This is something that results when you're playing really well on defense and the offense has nowhere to go with the football. Dominating performance.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. Now it's Crowder.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they run with Carter. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Carter once more. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Carter. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Carter. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They'll run on 1st down. Carter. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
brings up 2nd and 7 at the Raiders' 36.
On 2nd down now, it's Carter, and he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 30. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Wilson now off the bootleg. He'll get that one to Carter, complete. So no gain on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the first down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So when you factor in the safety, that's now a 5-point swing.
And look, I'm not going to turn away a 5-point swing because 5 points, that's valuable. Don't get me wrong on this. But if they could have taken that safety and added 7 to it, now you're talking about a really big swing.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Carr. He's got a first down past the 30 and all the way up to the 35-yard line. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that is incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr now to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Now Carr, got to have this one. And incomplete on the deep ball. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. Shotgun snap and a give to Carter. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Delayed game,
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still 2nd down.
Another run on 2nd down with Carter. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, It's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for our visitors, the victory means they'll up their mark to 5-3 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts.